some of the reasons why your hair might be shedding and how to stop it, or some things that you can do to prevent it. I'm on my way to the salon on this beautiful Saturday morning, so I'm gonna just have maybe about 20 minutes to talk to y'all about it. So this topic kind of came up on my live stream the other day, and someone was dealing with shedding, but I want to go just in a little bit more detail about the hair shedding and what are some things you can do to prevent it. But I also want to say this too: there's a difference between your hair just shedding and your hair breaking off. So how do you know if your hair is breaking off versus it's shedding? Because some two of the things confused, like their hair is growing but it's just breaking off so it grows out their scalp. So a good telltale sign that you can tell if your hair is shedding is, now you got to have some good eyes or have some glasses or a microscope. But I would say, if you think your hair is shedding, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the strands that's coming out your scalp. So I want you to take about 2 or 3 strands, and I want you to look really, really closely to both ends of the hair strand. If one of the ends of the hair strand has a like white bulb, now I'm telling you, you're going to have some good eyes, because it's very, very faint, or a microscope, or maybe you wear glasses. It's really, really faint, but you should see a white bulb at the end of one of those pieces of hairs. The white bulb at the end of one of those hairs mean that it came directly from your scalp and it's a form of shedding. So just to make sure it's shedding, like I said, get 2 to 3 strands and check this out. If your hair is breaking off, it's not going to have a white bulb at the end. It's going to have, hold on y'all, subscribers. Okay, I had to put the subscribers only mode. Okay. All right. So if you look at both of the strands, and on the end of each strand, if it's just black, it's no white bulb, that means your hair is breaking off. Okay. So that's how you can tell if your hair is shedding or if it's breaking off. Another way you can tell if your hair is shedding or if it's just breakage is look at the normal length of your hair. So if your hair is about, well, I'm driving, I can't put my hands up, both my hands up right now, so I get to the stop sign. But if you look at, if your hair is fairly long and curly, if most of the hairs that's falling at your head is like long and curly, like around the same length of your natural hair, then that means that that's shedding. That's if you can't see the white bulb. But if you notice, like say your hair is long but a lot of short pieces is falling out, like on the second in your brush, that means that is breakage. Okay, so that's telltale sign. So let's go ahead and put that out there. Now shedding, there's a couple of reasons why your hair could be shedding, and I'm gonna go down the list of some of the reasons why. One of them could be your stress level. Okay, I know here in America there's a lot going on. A lot of people are stressed, but you have to find a way to manage your stress. So if you notice that there is an increase, like man, my hair wasn't shedding this much before, so did something change in your life? Like, did you move? Did you start a new job? Is your kid stressing you out? Your husband stressing you out? Your boyfriend stressing you out? Like something in your home? Like, look at your stress level, because that would definitely cause you to shed hair more. So our hair goes through the 3 hair growth cycles, and your hair could just be in the resting stage, but you can actually push yourself to the next stage of hair growth if you're stressing out, meaning your hair will go your hair will jump to the shedding phase, which we are going to shed hair, that's normal, but you can probably increase it, and you can probably stay in the shedding stage longer based on your stress level. So what I'm going to say with that, how to stop that, is you got to manage your stress. If you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you better call on the one above. Okay, if you're not a believer in Jesus Christ, you better walk, do something, or get to know the Lord. Get to know the Lord. Get to know the Lord. Come accept Him as your personal Savior today. But nah, for real, on the real note, Lord, pray. You need to meditate, read some scriptures. You need to walk. You need to find some kind of way to manage your stress, because that's affecting your hair growth. And don't be stressing out about your hair because your hair shedding, because that's gonna make it shed more. Okay, I'm at the stop sign. So yeah, I was saying your hair is about that length, but yeah, you gotta find a way to manage your stress. So that's one way you can stop that. And I would say this: anytime you've been through like a traumatic event, like you might notice, you might say, "Well, Lisa, I'm not stressed out right now. Like I'm not stressed out right now. Hold on, because I'm gonna get to your situation too." But I also want to say this: anytime you have encountered a traumatic event in your life, whether that's maybe having a baby, or maybe you was up under high stress like a couple of months ago because of your job, or maybe you moved, or something traumatic in your life. And it don't have to be like big traumatic, maybe a death, or maybe something was stressing you out for a week. A lot of times you don't see the symptoms of that in your hair till a couple of months later. So I want to put that out there too, because you might be like, well, yeah, I was stressed about a month ago or 2 months ago. So now your hair is probably catching up to what's all going on. So now you're seeing an effect. So I also want to put it out there too, where some people, they don't see the effects of, some of these things in 2 months later. So that definitely can happen. All right. So the other reason why your hair might be changing is just your hormones. As females, as women, we be going through a lot. Okay. So if you had a baby, you might be dealing with some postpartum shedding. Sometimes I see this with women who are premenopausal or in menopause. Sometimes with the change in the hormones and stuff like that, you'll notice that your hair is shedding, your hair is changing, and that's just a normal part of life. But I want to say about that, if you are going through, premenopause or menopause, just had a baby, yes, that hair is going to come out for a period of time, but eventually it's going to stop. So I don't want you to get so concerned like, oh man, I just had a baby and my hair is just coming out. That is what's supposed to happen, okay? That's just a part of life. It can be discouraging in the moment because you're already dealing with a whole lot, but try not to let that stress you out, because eventually the shedding is to stop. Now, what you can do if you are going through these hormonal changes